Dun 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 dun. That was my weak attempt at the Game of Thrones intro. Hey everyone, it's Kayla, and so I've decided to discuss the Game of Thrones Season 4 trailer with everyone, and I originally watched the trailer at work. Insert video here.
People love their king.
Joffrey, you little shit.
They know I saved the city. They know I won the
Jaime's hair!
The war's not won. It's tempting to see your enemies as evil. But there's good and evil on both sides in every war ever fought.
They have a choice. They can live in my new world, or they can die in their old one.
Yeah. Danny.
Things are a bit tense right now.
My god, the feels.
If the wildlings breach the wall, they'll roll over everything and everyone.
Oh look, it's my husband.
Given the opportunity, what do we do to those who've hurt the ones we love? I want to know which side you're on.
Tell your father I'm here. And tell him the Lannisters
Ober
are
and
the
Martell, ladies and gentlemen.
You'll fight over him like beasts until you tear him apart. I will burn our house
Oh,
to the ground
Cersei,
before
shut
I
the
let
hell
my
up.
Tonight we fight!
There is only one hell. The one we live in now.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
Yeah, Tyrion, I feel you. So let's go through, kind of dissect some stuff. Spoiler alert, this video will talk about the first 3 books in the series. So if you don't want to be spoiled, or if you haven't read the first 3 books, I suggest not watching this unless you don't care. As this loads up, let me just show you. I got my Stark shirt going on. You know where my loyalties lie. So we have this dragon screech, of course, to open up the trailer. Flashback to Season 3 trailer, that's exactly how that started too, but over water instead of a city, which this city looks a lot like King's Landing in my opinion. Little misleading. I can't see Joffrey without picturing Hunter Hayes. Is anyone with me? My friend Christina pointed this out to me and now I can't unsee it. He looks exactly like Hunter Hayes. It's really creepy. Really creepy. And we see Jaime Lannister with a new hairdo. He got rid of all of his scruff and dirtiness and he's looking pretty handsome. Gotta love me some Jaime. Let me just say that. I love the music. It's haunting. Oh look, it's Jorah Mormont, the guy that gets shafted 10 times a book. I wonder if this season is going to have his moment with Dany, that moment where they kiss and Dany actually lets herself feel a little bit of something before she realizes it's just been a while. But that moment really needs to happen. That kiss really needs to happen just to show how much Jorah really loves her. And you know how much Jorah really loves her because the look of devastation at the end of Season 3 when she's like, where's Dario? Who the hell cares where Dario is? Jorah has been there the whole time. Why, Dany? Why?
They have a choice. They can live in my new world, or they can die in their old one.
So is this going to be like the I will take what is mine with fire and blood line of this season? Dany always seems to have these epic, powerful lines that she can deliver and that stay in people's minds. And I think that's why she's one of the main faces of the show. I think it's also because of her dragons, obviously. But reading the books, you don't really think of Dany as the face of A Song of Ice and Fire. I honestly don't like her storyline in the books as much as I do on the show. At this point, it's like, get on with it already. You should be on the way to Westeros, not messing around, doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm just really frustrated with Dany's storyline in the books. I didn't even notice this the first time. Tyrion is walking into the Red Keep with handcuffs on in this scene. Oh my god, the trial. And when Shay... Oh, I hate Shay so much for how she betrays him. Bravo to Peter Dinklage all the way. Love him. That's my man. Oh, yeah, it is. I love Jon Snow.
I want to know which side you're on.
I find it really interesting that we get this shot of Arya by herself. We get to see this shot of Jaime putting on his metal hand and, oh, he's not a Kingslayer anymore. And Cersei's just like, yeah, not looking so good with his metal hand, is he? I'll take him. I'll take him. And then there's freaking Peter Baelish being a badass all the time. The scene that I want to see the most is when he reveals everything with Lysa up in that tower before he pushes her right out the moon door. That moment in the book, I mean, everything happened. Everything. The Red Wedding, Joffrey's death, and then bam, you get Littlefinger was behind the whole entire war? And then he pushes her out the fucking moon door. When I read that, I was just mind blown. Like, I didn't think the action in book 3 could get any better. And then that got thrown in my face and I was like, what? Littlefinger is just so conniving and so epic, and I love him so much as a villain, as an anti-villain. I'm not sure what he is, but he knows the way this game is played. And then we get Bran touching the tree. Bran is going to be really powerful, and I think this is Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper that fights for Tyrion. I mean, I don't know how I pictured it. And then we actually do get action shots of the duel between the Red Viper and the Mountain. I'm surprised because that's a huge scene. And then we get this epic shot of the wedding of Joffrey and Margaery and how he's looking at her like, oh, I own you, bitch. And she's like, wait till tonight. We'll see who'll be talking then. Not you. Not you. As I paused this, I was wondering who it was. We see Jaime take Cersei by the hair in this embrace. And yes, I remember their scene from book 3. But, I feel like the non-book readers who have started to love Jaime are gonna hate this, that they get back together or whatever they're gonna do. Because they won't understand that Jaime's still epic. I guess once Jaime sets Tyrion free at the end of the season, hopefully that happens at the end of the season, the non-book readers will realize that Jaime's still a good guy. Well, okay, no one's good in this series, but you know, relatively good. And then we get this shot of the Battle of the Wall, and it just looks epic, and oh, my man's gonna get some screen time this season. As well he should. I feel like if book 3 had an MVP, it was Jon's story. If book 2 had an MVP, it would be Tyrion, and book 1 is obviously Ned. I feel like book 3 focused a lot on the North and Jon Snow. Season 3, yes, there was that Jon and Ygritte love story going on, but it was so much more than that in the books, and I was kind of disappointed what they did with Jon's storyline because I feel like overall, Jon is going to be extremely important to the story's plot at the end of all of this shit. The title of the series, A Song of Ice and Fire, I feel like Dany is fire and he is ice. So there's actually a theory that Jon is the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, which would actually make him the child of Ice and Fire. I just feel like Jon's storyline is so much more important in the books than what they're making it on the show, and if he's somehow involved with everything at the end or somehow plays an epic role, people won't be prepared for that. People won't be emotionally attached to him like the book readers are.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
And then Tyrion obviously gets the epic quote at the end of the trailer, just to bring home all the feels, all the excitement for this season. If you want justice, you come to the wrong place. Well, hell effing yes. I just love this show. I really enjoyed this trailer. I thought it was fantastic. I waited forever for it, and it was well worth the wait. I loved how they crafted it together. I loved how they showed some epic scenes from the upcoming season, stuff for book readers to look forward to. There is nothing really about Sansa, though. I noticed the missing Sansa in this trailer. I didn't see her. And yes, I am just so excited for this season. I love this world. I love being inside of Westeros, inside of the characters that you love to hate, and characters that you just love, and the feels that this series makes me feel. Oh. Thank you to those 5 people who are probably still watching this. Let me know below who you want to see on the Iron Throne. I don't know at this point, to be honest, who I want to see on the Iron Throne. The one thing that I really want to see, after everything's said and done, I just want Arya to come back and kill everyone. I just want Arya to have a resolution. That's all. That's all I want. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Have a great day. Bye-bye.